From Los Angeles, California, we're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hi, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft. Once again joined by a man who is nude from the waist down and is currently paying a homeless man to slap his penis. That's Jeff Clark.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And beaming to us from Internet Timeout, the bearded perpetual cameo known as Shuddyboy.
Yo, what's up?
So, anybody who's listened to the show before knows there's an Easter egg after the end theme where we record and put our mic check before we start the show, and Shuddy was like, I got something you're going to talk about right at the beginning. And he was right. What's up, you fucking four-eyed dork?
Yep.
What's this shit?
I got glasses. I'm supposed to have been wearing them for a very long time. There are pictures of you and I when I had glasses the first time. But
Why don't I remember that?
It was very brief. I stopped wearing them because I only needed them for the right eye. And the left eye was a clear lens, so I've spent the last several years not using any glasses and decided it was time because my eyes were starting to bother me.
So the time that I saw you wearing them, when we were teenagers in early 20s, I probably was just like, oh, Shuddy's going through one of those Hot Topic hardcore phases where he's just rocking non-prescription glasses.
It's possible, but the right lens was prescription.
Earl did that once. You know my buddy Earl?
Yeah.
And I fucking ragged on him the entire night. And
what's up,
I
Urkel?
never wore him again.
I'm just guessing that you called him Urkel. So wait, you like to bully people with glasses, Jeff?
No, I'm saying the clear lenses that they're not prescription. They're just for fashion.
Gotcha. Okay.
I
was saying Earl needed prescription lenses, and you bullied him so hard that he was like, "All right, fuck it, I'll just go blind." Yeah.
No, my family. I have a bunch of people in my family that wear glasses. I probably will get some eventually or need some soon. I feel like my vision is kind of waning. So I'm not, if you need them, I'm not. No. Okay. Fucking Earl bought $10 just clear lenses from fucking CVS or some shit. And we're just trying out a look, and I was not having it. I
wasn't even supposed to have them for this week. They weren't supposed to be done until the end of the week. It was going to be a reveal next episode. But I got the call when I left work today that they were in and ready to be picked up.
Man, now that the show is getting more attention and stuff, we got to look young and hip and professional and sexy. And Shuddy's like, guess it's time to come out as a fucking dork.
Yep, I'm sitting here in glasses and a cardigan.
Well, at least you have
the Thank you, sir.
Flat-billed cap.
Hipster scientist.
Thank you.
You do look smarter. You are, it does pair well with being the smart one.
Yeah, well,
now we need...
True Pursuit champion. Let's leave it at that.
We need to get you a pocket protector, maybe a couple of beakers. So one of those poles that has electricity.
Again?
Honestly, what prompted it was a commercial for Pearl Vision that said that they would discount a new pair of glasses for the cost for your out-of-pocket payment for an eye exam.
So it was a Black Friday deal?
I don't know if it's a December deal. So
you saw a discount that you just couldn't let pass.
Well,
the savings.
I think they over-discounted me.
Because did they pay you for the glass to give you?
No, the way I understand it is you're supposed to be charged for the eye exam, and then you get that much off of the price of a full set of glasses. So the eye exam was $65. So I should have paid $65 for the eye exam and then gotten $65 off of the glasses. They gave me the $65 off of the glasses plus another 20% and didn't charge me for the eye exam.
Well,
so you really got over on Pearl Vision.
yeah, he made off like a dorky bandit.
Pearl Necklace Vision in this case.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, I'm happy you can see better, Shuddy.
I can. It's been strange. I didn't realize how not well I was seeing until.
How much you were missing?
Oh my God, I have a beard.
Well, I knew that.
Yeah, Kevin, he knew.
Wait a second, that's a ferret? Well,
I'm happy. Would you get LASIK to correct that?
I don't. It wasn't even the doctor didn't mention it.
Only if there's a Black Friday deal.
And probably not. I don't mind wearing glasses.
Why don't you just buy one contact?
Because I can't even put. Well, now I need them. This is no longer just a clear lens. This is also prescription. It's not as strong as this one. Like with the glasses off and just this eye, you guys are blurry.
Well, you got to open them. You're like this.
So I'm farsighted. Well,
when I go like this, I can't see all that good.
Yeah, it's all blurry.
Fair enough.
And when I close my eyes, I can't see shit.
There may have been some weed lean in my early evening, so.
Fuck yeah. Well,
nothing wrong with that.
I applaud your decision, Shuddy.
Thank you. And the original first thing on my list to discuss was I wanted you guys to take guesses on, since I'm not playing, that was in the Easter egg, we haven't said that. I'm not playing Madden tonight. I am giving this all of my attention for as long as I can.
Oh my God.
I want you guys to guess how long it is before I space out and ask one of you to repeat what you just asked me.
Well, I'm not going to go there.
Just do what I do and pretend like you didn't space out.
Yeah. I just had a, so I've been, I don't know how much longer I'm going to have health insurance and stuff. So I've been racing to get my prescriptions filled. And since I'm damn near 40 and I still take Ritalin, which is pretty fucking embarrassing. Ritalin is a medication that people can party on and abuse. So they make it, you have to jump through more hoops to get that prescription than most. So I get it filled at Target and they give me 30 pills. So the day I run out is the day I have to call them to refill the prescription because they won't do it early. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're out of that. We called in an order, so we'll let you know when we get it in. So I've been without Ritalin for a week. I finally just got it back today. So I haven't been paying attention to shit. Even when I'm fucking hopped up on Ritalin, I have a hard time paying attention to stuff. So I can't bust your balls over that, Shuddy.
All right.
We're all just going to space out on each other. It's going to be 3 different conversations, 3 different podcasts.
Yeah, I feel like I can tell the story again real quick since we have, an influx of new listeners. Welcome, by the way. Thank you to everybody who has signed up.
Thank you very much.
Put us back on the fucking top 200 charts. Holy shit. It has been a long-ass time since we've been there. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who's flooded iTunes with new reviews and stuff.
Thank you.
Touch me right here. Awesome. And right here. And right here.
Great. Now the video is going to get pulled off of YouTube.
No, it won't. No one saw my bunghole or penis. So, glasses. Everybody in my family needs glasses. I'm somehow the one person. I've also abused my eyes the most because I'd say out of my family, I spend the most time watching TV, playing video games, and reading comics, and basically all things that are bad for your eyes. When I was a little kid, I saw Revenge of the Nerds, and I, to no one's surprise, connected very deeply with the nerds in that movie. And they all had glasses, and I was jealous. I was like, I want glasses. So right when the movie ended, I went to my mom, and I said, things are a little blurry. Like, my vision's a bit blurry lately. So she took me to a doctor, and I took a dive on the eye exam.
Did you really?
Yeah. So they sat me in front of one of those charts, and I was
threw it?
like, yeah. I was like, Q, Z, pound sign? Like, and I threw it way harder than I should have. And the doctor was like, whoa, this motherfucker needs bifocals.
He's like legally blind. This
Yeah.
kid.
So they give me like this Mr. Magoo strength prescription. And my poor mom who raised me a single woman, paid $300 for the glasses they had to slap on my fucking goofy head. And I couldn't see shit with those motherfuckers.
Venmo her right now.
How did she not murder you?
I told her when I was an adult. So I waited until enough time had passed so it would be funny instead of her getting pissed off.
Statute of limitations. That's smart.
Yeah. But
She
I
can't
was
ground
walking
you
around
for 30.
with bifocals and couldn't see shit. Like, I was feeling around for things. It was like somebody rubbed Vaseline in my eyes. All because
What
I
an
wanted
asshole.
to be one of the nerds from Revenge of the Nerds.
Jesus, man. It'd been awesome if that eye doctor sniffed out your bullshit and was like, your kid doesn't need glasses, but he's a fucking idiot.
If you'd like, ma'am, I'll punch him in the nuts for no cost.
Yeah. Glasses isn't going to be able to tell the difference between symbols and letters. You should know that already. You should know that.
All right, well, let's see. Oh, here's another fun MSPH factoid. Pardon me.
I'm over this.
This Friday, depending on when you're listening, December 11th, that's Friday. Yep, pulled up the calendar. That is correct. I can confirm this. That will be the 10-year anniversary of the first ever recording of MSPH. Held on to it for like a week or two before it got posted, but that was the day it actually got recorded. So almost 10 years of lowering the bar of juvenile poop humor. Look at that.
Now we're back in the top 200s.
Yep. Fuck yeah. So, hey, on Friday, happy anniversary to us.
Happy anniversary to us. So then we haven't really planned a 10th anniversary thing, have we?
No, we
Like,
haven't.
what can we do?
Who knows?
I'm
You
going to
can
take
not
that.
travel here, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that sassy Batman off the wall and shove it up my ass.
No. That's a treasured item.
Kevin's thinking outside the box, though. Can't hate that.
That is true.
And it's also like, you can't do a show every week for 10 years straight. You take a little time off. We had a technical hiccup, and my computer was completely down for like close to 2 months at one point, maybe around 7 or 8 years ago. So we're not actually at, like, if it would be around episode 500, I'm guessing.
Well,
So
it
we're
would
not
be
quite there yet.
520. 52 times 10 would be 520.
Yeah. I left the podcast amid
You just got
contract dispute
shuddy,
for a couple months. You guys
motherfucker.
remember that?
Well, you can say that again now that there's not an element playing, Jeff.
I said I left the podcast for a couple of months amid contract dispute, if you guys remember that. But Kevin came back with the right percentage points, and we're good now.
Yeah, that was fun. All the conspiracy theories floating around about why Jeff left.
Yep, why we no longer had Jeff on the show.
Yeah. It's all good, though.
Hey, if we could do a little bit of groveling, take a quick break here. I know I just gave everybody a shout out and thanked everybody for the boost in numbers and all that stuff, but we need help in one last department. If you have a YouTube account, please just subscribe to us on YouTube. We're almost at the 1,000 subscriber threshold, which is still pretty needle dick, but you also can't monetize YouTube unless you have 1,000 subscribers. So we've been getting there, and it's been steadily climbing. But if people wouldn't mind giving us one last push to top us off, I mean, when you have 1,000 subscribers, you're getting like pennies, but still cool just to be in the club, right?
Absolutely.
And it all counts. And
That makes us macro influencers.
like you said, we have a lot of new listeners that are joining us or downloading this for the first time. So in case you don't know, Kevin lost his job. For a lot of you are.
That's why we gained a lot of listeners.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. It was a joke. Come on, I'm kidding.
It was a great joke.
I know why they're all here.
Fucking Dookie boy.
Love him.
Well, speaking of my unemployment, so I mentioned last week that I've been just going through my expenses and axing shit that I don't need, trying to tighten up the old purse. And
keep any OnlyFans.
No, all my OnlyFans are expired.
All right.
I
gotta live a little.
I cut the cord today. I got rid of cable.
You're gonna feel good about that.
I do, yeah. So I was on the phone with the lady. I was on hold for like 45 minutes. I get on the line with her, and she starts, predictably spitting game like, oh, what if we drop the price significantly? And I was like, no, you don't understand. I got fired. I am unemployed. I cannot afford any cable. Please just kill the cable. And she's like, oh, shit. So that immediately ended all negotiating and haggling. So she puts me on hold, and I had the TV on and just put it on mute. And, it goes black and says, to get access to this channel, please call and subscribe. And I was like, ooh, these guys work quick. So she gets on the phone. She's like, all right, you're all canceled. I was like, sweet, I appreciate that. And then I was looking at the cycle, and I'm like, hey, I just noticed that you killed the cable just now. Do I get any sort of refund? Because I was paid through for a few more weeks. And she was like, no. I was like, well, why'd you kill my service? Like, if I already paid for it, I'd still like it. She was like, oh, so you want it now? And I'm like, well,
I just want what I paid for.
I want what I paid for. And she goes, fine, and puts me on hold. I was on hold for another 90 minutes. 90 minutes. And then some dude picks up, and he's like, oh, hello, what can I help you with? And I was like, I don't know. I was already on hold. They cut my cable, and I had already paid for like a few more weeks, so they were turning it back on. He's like, oh, let me look into that for you. So he got it he got it back up quick. But yeah, she threw me in purgatory as a punishment for pissing her off. Faux show.
And who do you have? Time Warner?
Spectrum. So yeah, I just had them nuke everything but the internet. And I also got rid of, since I was one of the last human beings on Earth, not only to be subscribing to cable, but also paying for discs from Netflix. Because let's face it, Netflix doesn't have like a ton of movies. They focus more on series. So, I like to fill in gaps in my movie watching history. So a lot of times the only option is to either like pay to rent it on demand or, get a disc from Netflix. And I didn't mind waiting. But it was like $10 a month extra. So I whacked that. And to replace it, I signed up for something I probably also said I would never sign up for. And that's
Shudder.
Peacock.
Did you sign up for a paid subscription from Peacock?
I did. I got the $10 premium tier.
I just signed up for Peacock yesterday.
For the free one? Because there's an entry level that's free.
For the free one, so we could watch Santa's Sleigh for what the fuck did I just watch? And it had commercials in it, but it was not bad. I don't know how it is on other programming, but it was 5 30-second to a minute long commercial breaks in the first half of the movie, and then nothing the second half.
How was Santa's Sleigh?
Not as bad as some of the other things that Dom has watched. It's good enough that it inspired something we're going to be doing later.
Nice.
Senior
producer.
Yeah, Dom's crushing it.
So I subscribed to the pay version of Peacock because it's the only place you can get Parks and Recs now. It's going to be the exclusive home to The Office starting in January. And then they also have like a bunch of movies and other stuff on there. So I was farting around with it today earlier, and the movies are not too much to write home about. Like, and it's weird too. Like they have Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, but no The Dark Knight Rises. They have a bunch of Hitchcock movies. They got a bunch of Bond flicks, but they have it sort of like Netflix where you scroll through and it'll have it in by genre. So it's like, oh, I wonder what comedies they have. And you don't really have long to scroll before it gets to the stuff that like Dom watches. Like in the horror section, Santa's sleigh showed up very quick. So
did it really?
Yeah, you get to the bottom of the barrel fast. I even saw there's a movie streaming on Peacock called like Airplane versus Volcano or some shit, and it's not a kids
you always
movie.
Go Volcano.
Yeah, but yeah, so
Right.
That's the type of movie stuff you're working with. But they have a channel, so you can switch to it, and it's almost like its own little version of cable. So there's a news channel, there's sports, and then they have all these very specific niche subdivided channels. They have a game show channel that looks like it mostly shows Deal or No Deal. There's, let me see, I wrote some down. There's a Saved by the Bell channel. There's a channel on there that only plays episodes of Saved by the Bell.
Well, that's because they just did the reboot.
Yeah, and that's showing exclusively on Peacock. There's a channel that's nothing but classic SNL skits, which is pretty dope. I had that on for a while.
It sounds a lot like, that portion of it sounds a lot like Pluto TV.
Yeah. And it does air commercials even if you're paying for it, but they're like short. Let's see what else. There's a 24-hour Hell's Kitchen channel for any Gordon Ramsay junkies. That's a weird one.
I watched like 4 or 5 hours of Kitchen Nightmares the other night.
I enjoy Kitchen Nightmares.
It's a solid
Who
show.
doesn't? Gordon Ramsay's a fucking icon.
Both the British version and the American version.
Kevin.
He calls people cunts way more in the UK one.
Yes,
up?
he does.
Nice. Take a picture of us and the top 200 of the podcast charts. Send it to Gordon Ramsay's representation, and let's get him the fucking Zoom link.
Well, let's wait another week or two because I have a feeling something might happen that could bump us up even further. So we'll hold off on that for now.
I don't know what you're
something
talking
that
about,
could
but
get me into
okay.
the blue checkmark club?
We'll see. We'll see, Shuddy. I'll tell you this. It might put us in a position where you can start panhandling for it.
Because something occurred this week that I wish I had a blue checkmark for.
Oh, did you go Karen?
No. This would be tweeting at a company for something that has really won me over to them.
You know, Lamborghini,
Provision.
I really
No.
like your cars. You should send me one.
We
Okay,
don't care about Pearl Vision.
so I have. It's no secret that I love Mountain Dew. None. It's no secret that I love Mountain Dew Baja Blast more than any other soda.
This is true.
Those are your brands.
So I have this dad joke that I tell or I use at Taco Bell when the kids are with me and we're ordering, and it really bums them out because when it finally gets time to order my drink, I say to them, I would like the largest Baja Blast you're allowed to sell me by law. And the kid on the other end always goes something to the effect of, so large. Friday, we were in the area of Kentucky Fried Chicken, finally, for the Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning. So
Jesus
we pull up to the
Christ.
drive-thru, and I don't see it on the menu, and I ask them if they have it. The guy goes to me, he goes, yes, it's available in medium, large, or half gallon. And my eyes lit up like a kid on Christmas morning, and both Sharon and Michaela were like, you don't need a half gallon of soda?
Hit the lights.
Your diabetes does.
Boner time.
I ordered a half gallon of Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning.
Oh my God! Did it come with an IV drip?
So this was on this Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket bag was filled to this line, 64 ounces, with Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning.
How quickly did you drink it?
I stretched it over a few hours, but I did drink it in one evening.
My God.
And it was good. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. It tastes like a peach ring.
Do you like it? So if Baja Blast is 100%, how much is the Sweet Lightning Mountain Dew?
82. This would be tied for third with Code Red.
Okay, cool.
Have you ever considered mixing all three of them together? In that Kentucky Fried Chicken colonic bag?
It's too difficult to get this Sweet Lightning.
Gotcha. You'd have to go to two different places.
That are half-hour separated.
Okay. Maybe your love is not as pure as you thought it was.
It's like distributing the COVID vaccine.
It's like, why would I drive a half hour for Sweet Lightning when I can drive 5 minutes for Baja Blast? I just wish Taco Bell... See, I would use my blue check mark to tweet at KFC and tell them how happy they made me that I could order a half a gallon of soda. And then I would use my blue check mark to tweet at Taco Bell and tell them how disappointed in them that they don't offer something similar. I am.
So you want them to make like a taco bag?
Listen, if I could find somebody that would sell me a box of Baja Blast syrup out of the back door of a Taco Bell, I would jump all over that.
Did you get one of those? Do they have like an at-home, like, what do they call it, Soda Stream?
I would, yes. I would have my own fountain soda machine if I was able to get my hands on syrup boxes of Baja Blast.
Need that smart fridge.
I mean, if Walter White can get his hands on methylamine, you got to be able to get your hands on Baja Blast syrup. Like you run a restaurant or like, a food spot.
Yeah, but Baja Blast is exclusively for Taco Bell.
You need to find the Gus Fring of Taco Bell.
Yes, Jeff, I need a Taco Bell guy. What did you say, Kevin?
I said you need basically the same thing, just different. Said you need to find the Gus Fring of Taco Bell.
Oh, yes. El Pollo Loco.
Trying to double down on Breaking Bad references.
Yeah. So, yep. Kentucky Fried Chicken, you can order a half gallon of any of their fountain drinks.
I hate to bust your bubble, Shuddyboy, but even the very few times I've tried to swing my blue check mark around, everybody just pretty much tells you to go fuck yourself.
I know. I saw what happened with the oatmeal.
Yeah, we're not Barstool. We don't move mountains like that on social media.
Another thing I found real quick on the Peacock thing.
Oh, sorry.
There's a 24-hour Bob Ross channel, which I had on while I was eating dinner before we started recording tonight. Boy, is that magical.
If you cut your Peacock and you don't like it anymore, if you chop off your Peacock, they have I think they have a 24/7 all Bob Ross channel on Twitch.
All right.
You can get Twitch on your PS5 and then watch Bob Ross through your PS5.
Did you guys watch Bob Ross when you were a kid? I don't know how far
Not much.
Bob Ross reaches across the ages, but I don't know if there's any whippersnappers listening that don't know Bob Ross. Basically, like this goofy, middle-aged white hippie with a fro who would freestyle paintings in like 20 minutes and just paint these beautiful landscapes that were fucking fantastic. And he had a very calming voice. I'm going to put a happy little bush right here. Maybe I'll give him a little friend here. Just get this cadmium yellow and titanium white, mix those together, and just give it a light tap. Just tap, tap, tap here and tap here. It was awesome. Even as a little kid, I was like, this motherfucker, this guy fucks.
I think he's
I'm watching this.
Back into the pop culture lexicon enough that there shouldn't be many people who don't know who he is.
I would hope so. I watched a very weird episode that came on because you're just at the mercy of the programmer. So shit just comes on your TV. There's no pausing. There's no fast forwarding. It's like cable. they did an episode where he subs his son in. It's like, oh, this is my son here. He's going to paint for you today, and then I'm going to come back after. And then he pieces the fuck out. And then his son just pulls an easel out of his ass. And he's just as gnarly as his dad. He fucking killed it. It was awesome. I was very impressed. I tell you what, I'm very much looking forward to just getting stoned off my ass, sitting on the couch, and just spacing out into the Bob Ross channel. I fucking love Bob Ross.
To Shuddy's point, I think he's like making a comeback, or he's like getting a second wave almost, right? And the so Shuddy's team, football team on Sunday just got absolutely fucking boat race. They got their. It wasn't as bad. Actually, it was probably worse than the score indicated. But the quarterback of the other team, Aaron Rodgers, you probably have heard of him. He's been famous long enough.
Yeah, he fucks hot chicks, right?
What'd you say?
Up?
He fucks hot chicks, right?
Yeah, Olivia Munn, Danica Patrick.
Yeah, I mean,
impressive.
He's an icon. So he balled up Shuddy's team, and the Green Bay Packers, his football team's social media account, put up like a Bob Ross like Photoshop, but instead of Bob Ross's face, it was Aaron Rodgers, and it just said Aaron Rodgers painted a masterpiece. And it was pretty much him just pecker smacking Shuddy's Eagles.
Yep.
My condolences, Shuddy. I know you've been getting a lot of pecker slaps lately.
Fuck Doug Peterson, fuck Howie Roseman, and fuck the NFL.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See where you started, Jeff? He pulled his fucking cord. Now Shuddy's boy's pissed.
No, I had.
We can move on.
Nope. See, on the list, outcome of Eagles game was one of the things I wanted to discuss. Fuck them. I'm so angry at them.
Sports.
They're a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, dude. I've lost. So I'm in this $1,000 contest in Vegas. You got to pick 5 games every week against the spread. And the guy with the highest score wins $1 million. Not going to win. But I've picked the Eagles wrong 5 times this year. I'm 2 games under 500, and I have 5. I'm 0-5 betting the Eagles. Like, I listen to all these sports, like, betting podcasts. I watch these shows, and every, like, sharp, every expert at sports betting says week in, week out the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, the numbers, the situation always line up for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they shit the bed. And I'm not. There's no way I could be as mad as Shuddy. I can only imagine how angry he is. I mean, if they allowed fans at the link, there'd be a fucking riot this winter.
There would be.
Oh yeah.
I slept through the second half. I just decided that a nap was much more worth my time than watching whatever nonsense was going to happen.
I've said this before. I went to a Philly training camp or some shit where the Eagles just practiced against the Eagles, and someone dropped the ball, and everybody booed. I'm like, you dumb fucks. It's the Eagles playing the Eagles, and you're booing.
Yep, that's about right.
Yeah. Want to see good football.
Yeah, from everyone.
Look over, and Shuddyboy's filling his socks with a bunch of quarters. Like, Jesus Christ, Shuddy, calm down. It's not even a real game.
Yeah, they're the most intense fan base in America, Philadelphia.
All right, well, we got a lot more stuff to cover this show, and I wanted to breeze through some reviews. I know Shuddy's got some. Am I the only person who watched Mank on Netflix?
I watched it today.
You watched it today, Jeff?
Yeah, I learned something about myself. I can't really watch a movie past 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, because your bedtime is 9:30.
Yeah, like I need to be tucked away at like probably 7:45, and then I'll doze off by 8:30. But like, yeah, I watched it after a day of football, smoking pot. I had a nice Hawaiian barbecue meal. I was like, all right, let me watch Mank for MSPH tomorrow, and I was done by like halfway through the opening credits.
Oh, I was gonna say, wow, you made it halfway through the movie. I'm surprised, but
no,
the credits.
Like, like the credits set up the vibe of the entire movie, and it just wasn't. It wasn't for me at the time, but I wanted to review it because I know it's going to be nominated, and I knew you watched it, so we can get on the same page.
Yeah,
here.
because
So
I
I watched it today.
I love David Fincher. He's made some fantastic movies, and I didn't even know this one was coming out. And then when they put the trailer up, I was like, "Oh fuck! There's a new Fincher movie coming straight to Netflix." Oh, I am pumped. And I kind of had the same reaction to it you did, Jeff. It's basically about Herman Mankiewicz, who is the screenwriter that wrote Citizen Kane, and it's basically just shows him writing it under a strict deadline, and then it flashbacks to years before of events that inspired him to write Citizen Kane and the plot twists in it, or the plot points and the politics of the 1930s. And it's like, oh my, like, I'm a movie nerd. I fucking love movies. I admittedly have a very tough time with some of the older shit, like 30s, 40s, 50s. It's got to be really engaging to hook me, because I just tune out with that. And the bar was so low back then. It's like, oh, look at that, a moving picture. They're talking sorcery. How'd they do it? And this was kind of like the audio in it was altered to make it sound a little old-timey and tinny. And it was really well acted. Like, everybody knocked it out of the park. It was just, yep. I couldn't bring myself to give a fuck about it. I've seen Citizen Kane. I know it's supposed to be the greatest movie ever made. It bored the shit out of me. I don't know. Maybe there is just too much immaturity in me where it's like, God, can someone fucking fart? Please. Like, can a titty plop out? I need something a little more. And this was a little bit like that. It was very dry. The dialogue was super clever. There was a lot of witty lines in it and stuff, and shot really well. It's in black and white, but I found myself dozing off.
Speak some like poetic back then.
Yeah. But, I mean, what's her name? Amanda Seyfried? She was awesome in it. She looks awesome as like an old-timey Hollywood actress. Awesome.
Yeah, she makes.
Lily Collins. Woo!
Did that play Mank's wife?
No, the like script supervisor. That was always yelling at him.
Yeah.
She, oh my God, she is stunning.
A smoke.
Yeah, and I don't mean to be crass, but Lily Collins could, she could poop in a t-shirt cannon and launch it at my head. I'd be chill with that. She's so hot.
I know what you mean.
You know that she's Phil Collins' daughter? How did that happen?
Shit.
How does that happen? I'm always like bewildered by that. It's almost like your DNA knows you're coming from money. And it's like, yeah, your dad's that, frumpy little troll Phil Collins, but we're going to make you fucking hot. It seems to happen all the time. Like,
yeah, it feels like it's a little nurture.
Even like good-looking parents, like imagine what Tom Brady's and Gisele Bündchen's kids are going to be once they're like adults and, Tom Brady stops making out with them. Hey! Zoinks!
They're going to be
Take that, you beautiful bastard.
Institution.
Yeah. So, like, it always amazes me when, rich, ugly, famous people still just manage to have really, really attractive kids. It's like, man, it's just... Money really does factor into genetics, doesn't it? Yeah. But, anyway, back to Mank. Bit of a long movie. It's over 2 hours. And I just... And then, I'm sure you saw, Jeff, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, what's that guy's name again?
It's definitely not Atticus Finch.
Okay, then it's Atticus Ross.
Okay.
They team up and do lots of soundtracks and stuff, and they work with Fincher a lot. So I was like, wow, what could they do with like an old-timey black and white? And it's just big band music. They got Trent Reznor to make big band music. It's so weird.
I didn't get it. Like, is like Dave Fincher, did he have like an exclusivity clause with Reznor, or is he just like his homie and like no matter what he's gonna get him the job?
I think it's just at a point now where Trent Reznor is just so fucking talented that he doesn't need to be pigeonholed into like the music they did for Social Network was awesome. I love that soundtrack. And it was a lot of electronics and bloops and bleeps and sounded like had a little hint of 80s in it. But I mean, Trent Reznor's just like, yeah, fuck it. I'll make a big band score.
How was the score?
I mean, it was big band music. It was
yeah.
true to the times. It didn't have any modern influence on it at all, really. It was
Was it good?
Yeah. I mean,
If it's as good as big band music could be.
if you like Squirrel Nut Zipper,
Well, that's a different type of music, but okay.
isn't that like that
Let me just
swing
say-
shit? They tried to bring swing back. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
I just wanted to caveat my review or participation in this review by making a House Clark statement. My house, my family we are Fincher and Gary Oldman fans. Love those guys. Fucking icons. Love them. But it was like David Fincher spent 2 hours and 12 minutes farting in his hand and then cupping it and sniffing it.
Oh my god. I don't know if it was that bad. I feel like
I'm not saying it was that bad. It was a pretentious, douchey movie.
it was a little pretentious. It was, you really have to know Citizen Kane because they don't fill in the gaps. They're just going under the assumption that the audience is very familiar with Citizen Kane and 1930s politics, and they don't explain much. So a lot of the times the conversations are going on, and I'm like, this is an interesting conversation. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, and like all the characters were like, I felt like definitely major Hollywood figures they were, but it was like I felt like I was expected to know who they were. Like I was like Googling half of these fucking people. Like I don't know these guys. Like I know Mayern, right? Is that how you say his last name? The guy who ran MJ or MGM. Knew him, of course, and
Metro
William
Goldwyn
Randolph
Mayer.
a lot on him, but
Who was the guy that Tywin Lannister played again?
that's William Randolph Hearst.
Yeah, that guy.
So from everything that I've read or I know about William Randolph Hearst, whenever I see his name, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Illuminati. Like I don't.
Oh, yeah?
I think like he's the name that's the most synonymous with the Illuminati because he owned I don't know how many how big of a percentage of the newspapers, the media in America. Like he controlled everything, dude. He had his hands in everything. It's crazy.
He is a big part of the reason marijuana and hemp are illegal to grow in the United States of America.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, because it fucked with his
Because he
fucked with his
owned
money.
Yeah, he owned almost all of the logging rights in the Pacific Northwest. And hemp paper, you can make more paper from less hemp than you can trees. So he was part of the lobbying to outlaw it.
That's scumbag.
I'm pretty sure he started or helped start the Spanish-American War. Like it was the yellow journalism out of he coordinated with politicians. I'll give you a war. Don't worry. I'll put it in the newspaper that we gotta fucking attack this country. Like these guys are.
And that he was who they based Citizen Kane on, right? Or who?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Mank based it on.
Yeah. Seriously, one of the most powerful humans ever.
And that was according to the movie, which I'm guessing was very factual, was the huge scandal. He wrote this screenplay, handed it in. Everybody's like, oh, you're taking shots at this motherfucker? Are you sure? You're fucking crazy, dude. And he's like, oh, I don't give a shit. Give me another bottle of wine.
So, and spoilers, actually, it's not even that much of a spoiler, but towards the end, they have a dinner party where Mank is just going in on people and they kind of set him straight. Wait a second, dude. Wait a second.
Yeah.
This guy pays for all of this shit. You don't even know he pays your fucking salary, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that kind of shit. Like the guy, Mayern, right? That's Mayor, the
Mayor.
guy who runs MGM.
I don't think there's an N in it. I think it's just Mayor.
There is
Mayor.
no N in it.
There is. My bad. Mayor.
What's his name? Oscar Mayer Wiener?
One of the biggest swinging dicks in the history of Hollywood, right? That guy was a little bitch in the room compared to William Randolph Hearst.
And he had one of the best lines in the movie when he was talking about how, the beauty of the film industry is that it's a product people pay for and the owner keeps. They get nothing but a memory.
Yeah.
It's like that's the beauty of movies. And I was like, oh wow, that's a soulless but interesting way of looking at things.
Yeah, dude. It was really well acted. I'll say that. Fucking Charles Dance is honestly the perfect guy for the William Randolph Hearst role.
Fuck
that guy terrifies me.
Dude, and that last, you were talking about like the last scene when Mank is just wasted and talking shit on everybody. I was sitting here like alone in my living room like, oh shit! I don't get it. Because you could tell he was really hitting these motherfuckers hard, but it's like...
Oh, he was going in.
I don't know what that means. Okay. I'll break it down. I'll give it a 2.75 dicks. It's a bummer to give a Fincher film that low, but I can't imagine watching it again. It was very dry, and I found myself spacing out. But the points we made before, incredibly well acted, and it was interesting, despite it was being a little dry and boring. I'll
tell you what, I would have totally voted for Upton Sinclair. That motherfucker.
That was Bill Nye that played him in the movie. Do you notice that? He's only in it for like 2 seconds.
I didn't notice that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Upton Sinclair, what a fucking G that guy was. I never knew he ran for governor of California. That's crazy. His ass would have gotten assassinated had he won that shit. He pissed off far too many fucking people, dude. Like people in the William Randolph Hearst category,
Can't piss them off. So what's your final score?
My one thing is I don't like me and my brother were talking about this. They pretty much made Mank out to be like the Frank Reich of fucking Citizen Kane. Like it was all this guy's genius and his brilliant writing, and like Orson Welles was just there. Like he was just there. And like I think that story, me and my brother were saying, he read it like on I don't know, on some website that story is bullshit. Like Orson Welles had like a part in writing that movie. Like he didn't just like offload the whole fucking thing to Mank and that be that. But I don't know, like people just like look like sometimes it's hard for people to like comprehend lightning in a bottle or shit just working for 1 year, and a lot of times it's like cosmic and it's hard to like really explain the magic. You see it in sports all the time. Shuddy's Philadelphia Eagles, maybe there's baseball teams recently, the Royals and the White Sox that have done it, but like I don't know, like I wonder how much of Orson Welles and his Citizen Kane production was on Mank. Because would that if it was mostly on him and they never worked together, would that explain how he really didn't do anything else? Or was it that he made the movie, the anti-William Randolph Hearst movie, and that's why he did nothing else? You know what I mean? Because he didn't do anything that big after that. Like, I mean, it's hard to be bigger than the greatest movie ever, but like,
yeah, but entertainment in all facets is very unforgiving. You piss on one person's shoes, and you could be
excommunicado.
Yeah, no matter what your skill level.
Yeah.
So
that's why they won one fucking Oscar and they were nominated for 8 others. And it's like, yo, William Randolph Hearst made the call. You lucky you got that one, honestly.
Yeah. So what's your final score, Jeff?
I liked it more than you. I'm with you. I'm never gonna watch it again. But knowing kind of what I know about myself and having to watch these movies earlier, if I'm going to be able to review them, like I thought it was pretty good. I'll give it a 3.25.
All right.
I'll suck 3.25 Mank dicks.
Well, maybe I'll just suck his nuts a little bit.
I don't want to be offended like you guys would be.
Shuddy, you got something, right? What'd you watch?
Yes. On Apple TV, I watched the first season of Ted Lasso, starring Jason Sudeikis.
Ooh.
Okay. Before you review it, I like Jason Sudeikis. I think Jason Sudeikis is one of the best cast members of SNL in the post Will Ferrell era. right? He came after Will Ferrell, but he hasn't had the solo career success that I anticipated. Like most people or most SNL, like I would almost consider him a legend. I thought he fucking killed in SNL. You know, most SNL guys, they have like a run where they're making like the biggest movie stars in the world, like Eddie Murphy, like Will Ferrell, like Adam Sandler, like
Chris Kattan had his time in the spotlight.
right. Yeah. Corky Romano. Yeah, can't forget about him. But like Jason Sudeikis, like we Are the Millers is pretty good, but like Jason
Vacation.
Sudeikis,
He was
hasn't put out enough bangers, dude.
And he was really good on Last Man on Earth.
Yeah, he was only in a couple episodes though.
Yeah, wasn't that Will Forte? I thought that was Will Forte.
Yeah, he played Will Forte's astronaut brother.
Okay. Anyways, you take it away. Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, well, before I go into my review, it's already been picked up for season 2 and season 3.
Holy shit.
No shit.
All right.
From what I've been able to gather on the internet. It's about a woman who has divorced her husband who owned a soccer team in London. And in the divorce, she got the soccer team. She fires the coach and hires Jason Sudeikis, who is an American college football coach who knows nothing about soccer.
Oh, wow. If you recommend it, I'm watching it.
Oh, I got a boner.
And so it's a very it's a sports movie trope. You know, she's trying to torpedo the team.
It's like Major League mixed with soccer.
Yes.
And it's based on a true story, right?
Unlike that bitch in Major League, this woman realizes she's made a mistake and comes clean. And it's overall, I would say it's a very wholesome show because he just plays a Southern football coach, like nauseatingly optimistic about everything. Like, you know, it's not about wins and losses. It's about just going out there and doing our job. And if you did that and we lose, it's, you know, you did your best, like that kind of thing. And winning over a soccer team with an ornery veteran and a hotshot superstar. I loved the shit out of it. It was funny. It was wholesome. It was crude. Like it was very well balanced.
So it's wholesome, but they show dicks and pussies?
What's the crudest I got?
Crude joke-wise, there was no nudity or anything.
Bummer.
Is there any F-bombs?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
C-bombs?
I mean, so what?
C-bombs?
F-bombs.
No, and cunts too, because they're British.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's a right
give me another pint,
cunt.
you cunt.
Yeah, that wanker is thrown around constantly.
Yeah, you're allowed to say that.
But I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Nice.
And the woman who plays the owner, I think she's gorgeous. She's an older woman. She was one of the bad priest ladies in Game of Thrones when they marched Cersei through the streets, whatever that.
Would you let her
the shame scene?
Shuddy, would you let her poop on your head, but like across your face, so you got like a poop unibrow?
I'd rather not.
Nah, she ain't that hot then.
But I thought it was great. I'm very happy there's more of it coming.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, it was great. It was very good.
I
definitely it's very soccer heavy, Jeff. So I don't know if that would deter you, but it's great.
Yeah, can you tolerate a show about a fake sport?
If they're clowning on it, if part of the way through, that's enough to keep me around. Again, I'm a huge Jason. Well, I like Jason Sudeikis a lot, and I think his career should be like bigger than it is. So maybe this is kind of what's going to catapult him or move him along a little bit.
I got two quick ones to review. Have either of you guys heard of Uncle Frank?
No.
No, I'm gonna have to go to Google on these things now.
I kept seeing it pop up recommended in Prime because it just came out recently. It's a Prime exclusive, and it's like set in the 70s, and it stars Paul Bettany. That's how you say his name, right, Shuddy? The guy that played Vision in
Yes.
the Marvel movies. So it's him and the redheaded chick from the It movies. The young girl redhead. And she's his niece, and they're from like a southern family that's very religious. And what's it? Stephen Root plays like the cranky, racist dickhead dad. And oh god, why am I blanking on his name? Fuck, he deserves so much better than this.
Steve Zahn.
Steve Zahn, yes. Steve Zahn is his Uncle Frank's younger brother. So it's the girl turns 18 and she gets into college and she spends a lot of time hanging out with her Uncle Frank, and then the dad dies. So they road trip back to go to the funeral, but Uncle Frank's Saudi Arabian boyfriend shows up and whoa, hijinks. Southern family, gay uncle, uh-oh. But it was so good. Paul Bettany fucking killed it. You clearly have the page pulled up, Shuddy. What's that redheaded girl's name?
Sophia Little. Nope.
Oh, boy.
Lilith?
Yep. Sophia Lillis.
She destroyed. She was fucking awesome in it. It was...
How did Margot Martindale do?
She was the mom, and she was awesome. It was really good. Like, everybody that was in it killed it. I've never seen the Saudi Arabian boyfriend in anything before, but he was delightful. I really enjoyed that guy. They just had a very fun chemistry between all of them, and it's got some very happy moments, and then it's got some obviously sad moments. But I don't want to say too much to spoil it if anybody's interested, but I left the movie feeling like $1 million. Feel good flick. I really enjoyed it. Uncle Frank. I'll suck Uncle Frank's dick 4 times.
Oh wow!
You earned it.
Lucky you, Uncle Frank.
You earned it.
If he likes the movie, he can do a good job, Frank.
And the other one I watched was Peninsula, which is the sequel to Train to Busan, the Korean zombie movie. Yeah, I know. A little bit of a deep cut.
Wait, but what was the Korean zombie movie we just watched?
Oh, #Alive.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think Train to Busan is streaming on Prime and or Shudder. And I heard a couple people talking about how good it was, and I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And I was expecting just like a run-of-the-mill zombie movie.
All right, see?
Awesome. Yeah, see, it was awesome. I loved it. Train to Busan was a 4.5 dicker. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Awesome characters, great, like, really inventive zombie stuff. There's 11 seasons of Walking Dead. There's a billion zombie movies. So anytime somebody injects something fresh into it and like, oh, wow, how did nobody think of that yet? Awesome. The sequel, Peninsula, it follows like a completely different group of people. So it's just set in that universe. It doesn't follow any of the same characters. So it's basically the Korean peninsula has been abandoned. They're like, all right, you know what? We're just going to cut that as a loss. Nobody go to Korea. Everybody there, you're on your own. Zombies have taken over. And these people are sent back in there, almost like mercenary style, to get this truckload of cash to bring back. And like, if you bring it back, we'll give you a massive cut. You'll be millionaires. So these people go there, and it's basically kind of like a zombie heist movie. But it was cool premise, but it just wasn't executed all that great. It didn't have the same great caliber of characters, and there were parts in it where they relied heavily on CG for car races, and it was like PS3 graphics at best.
They didn't get the next gen?
No. It was a little rough. So if you're interested in Train to Busan, for sure check that out. That's a 4.5 dicker for sure. The sequel, Peninsula, 2.5. Not as strong. Wasn't horrible, but unnecessary.
Okay.
We did it. We got through the review section, guys.
We made it.
Yep. Oh,
Can I?
go for it, Jeff.
I just want to go get a coffee. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a nice coffee in my fridge. It'll take me 2 seconds.
It really sounded like you had something to contribute and chime in with.
No, nothing important. No.
I'm gonna go get a coffee. You guys want anything? Well, we can start queuing up a game we were gonna play.
Okay.
We do need Jeff for it, so hopefully
We do
he is
need
quick
Jeff
with
for
his.
it.
And I also, being that we lost that fucking app, I have to scroll so far to get back to the actual search button so I can pull up the damn intro for this. Oh, we can hear Jeff talking shit. Oh, fucking Cheech. Oh, I almost made a reference to the joke told in the Easter egg. That ain't gonna work.
Sorry, guys. What did I miss?
We're gonna play a game, Jeff, that we haven't played in months.
How about you're on my hair?
Not familiar with that one.
Yeah, it's a line from Wedding Crashers.
Jesus, deep cut, Jeff. My God.
Sorry. I haven't seen that movie in a while. Actually, I gotta watch it. That's one of those Clark classics that I've seen like fucking 50, 60 times. I can pretty much quote it.
Well, the game we're going to be playing,
right.
Jeff, is IMDboner.
It's time for IMDboner. Boner.
Hopefully, one of the questions has to do with the titty montage scene in Wedding Crashers, because I'm going to set myself up perfectly here.
Great
No,
montage.
I have gone away with the punny category titles.
Well, we should catch people up to speed real quick on what IMDboner is.
Yeah, that probably is helpful.
Yeah, for those who've never listened to this podcast, just for those who have never listened, what are the rules again?
So, IMDb has a parental guide for all of the movies that it has listed there. It's divided into sex and nudity, violence and gore, profanity, alcohol, drugs, and smoking, frightening and intense scenes, and spoilers. Basically, it's so parents theoretically know what they're getting into with a movie before letting their children watch it.
Yeah, and it's usually things that, like, you know, titties or butts or pussies and dicks, things that would incite a boner, hence the name IMDboner, but not always. It's basically whatever got the movie the rating it has. These are the reasons. So Shuddy will go through.
Sorry, Kevin.
Shuddy will go through a list of all the stuff that contributed to the movie being rated R or PG-13, and we have to guess what the movie is based on those clues.
These are user submitted to IMDb, so sometimes, as you'll see, they're not very helpful.
No, and I like it when they get very clinical too. Like, you can tell it's some incel nerd who's like, at 43 minutes, a left nipple is exposed while a man in the corner masturbates. Real dorky
just so
shit like that.
happens that the first movie has something quite like that.
Ooh, okay.
I'm the man in the corner.
So the theme tonight is thanks to the opening scene of Santa's Sleigh that features cameos by Rebecca Gayheart, Chris Kattan, Fran Drescher, and James Caan.
Oh yeah, all the legends. Cool.
So these are all going to be Rebecca Gayheart movies.
What? I don't know a single fucking Rebecca Gayheart movie.
Okay.
What?
So listen, these are movies. I picked movies from her catalog that should be common knowledge. I have backups just in case because we're playing to 3.
Oh boy, I'm gonna whoop your fucking ass, Jeff.
All right. So this
Hope we have
first
time.
movie,
Playing defense in this game.
is from 1997. Okay. The sex and nudity is considered mild.
Maybe a butt cheek.
Can I just look up Rebecca Gayheart? I don't even really know who we're talking about.
No, that's cheating.
I won't look at her, but I'll just look up images on Google.
Shuddy, can you pull up an image of her on your phone and hold it up to the camera?
Yes, I'm working on that right now.
Because Jeff will pull up a Google image and it'll be like, Rebecca Gayheart, star of blah, blah, blah.
That's fair.
Man,
it's fair. Nothing you said is off or wrong or anything like that. That's cool. Whatever.
She also had a sex tape leak that I think was like her and her husband and some other chick naked in a jacuzzi.
That's not helpful.
No, it isn't.
Can you text me the picture?
Let's be honest. If Jeff sees a picture of her, is that even going to help?
No, because in these movies especially, she didn't play very big parts. So I don't think that she's really that big of is going to make that big of a difference for Jeff. But so I'll read these as I'm working on it. A girl prepares to take a shower. No nudity is shown.
97. Shower. Look Who's Talking 3.
A few non-graphic sexual references and remarks.
All right, that doesn't narrow it down.
A man and a woman kiss passionately and lie back on a desk. She removes her jacket, then they are interrupted. The man's hand is seen on her clothed breast.
Liar.
Titty honk.
This one has pretty much nothing bad in it and is known for being inappropriate, but the series isn't that bad, actually. This is the least inappropriate one.
What? Oh, wait. Wasn't she in, like, Urban Legends? Is this Urban Legends?
This is not.
Oh.
This chick has sick eyes. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. The picture helps me not at all.
So that was all the sex and nudity, violence and gore.
Okay, now we're talking. I like a little blood with my sex.
People stagger around after being stabbed, sometimes coughing up blood, and this could be disturbing to some viewers.
Oh, Scream 3. Scream 3.
No.
No, fuck.
Vampires.
No.
Oh. I still know what you did last summer.
No.
One
more guess each. And one of you is going to be very angry at yourselves.
97.
Final Destination.
Jeff?
On the desk. I got nothing, dude. I could sit here all day.
Armageddon?
Scream 2.
Fuck!
Whatever. I never had a chance.
You know what? I should have known that was 97, because Scream 3 was either in 99 or 2000, because I spoiled the ending in the review in my school newspaper, and someone punched me in the stomach and the face for it.
Dude, I think I've seen Scream 2 like twice. 3 times. I mean, it sucked, right? It wasn't that good. It's got Timothy Olyphant, right?
Is that 2 or 3? Oh, no, because 3 had Jay and Silent Bob in it.
Oh my God. All right, well, yeah
I can't even remember the second
I was
one.
never going to get Scream 2.
All right, what's the next movie, Shuddy?
Well, now that concerns me about some of these other movies.
It should. It's fucking Rebecca Gayheart. All
right.
Am I the type of guy that would know Rebecca Gayheart movies?
I don't.
I know I don't look like that.
All right. Well,
she is hot.
Well, okay. Well, this is the last one we'll do from these, because if this is a movie Jeff should know, and if he doesn't, he's going to be very angry when he hears the answer. So then we'll move on to the others.
All right, let's do it.
I don't want to be Kevin with his whatever that director's name was, Paul Anderson nonsense on the Letterboxd.
All right.
Okay.
Pumanani was not happy with you about that.
Hey, I tried.
I talked to them. They were talking shit about you. Oh, man.
So,
Hear what they tell me about you, Jeff. Ooh.
All right. This movie is from 2019.
Okay. Now I could know this.
Several scenes of girls in short shorts, buttocks peeking through. One scene where a girl bends over, leaning over in the car, camera focusing on her buttocks with short shorts.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Point for Kevin.
Ah!
Ooh, yeah, do you feel that, Jeff Clark, you pussy?
Suck on my dick!
Eat
I
my
didn't have a
shit.
chance. I watched that the other night, actually. She was in that? What the fuck, dude?
Oh, no. No. Shuddy, didn't you say you were taking a break from her movies?
Yeah, but that's the last one that Jeff would have any clue about. But yes, she was in that.
Oh, she was?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't even remember her
Hey,
being
Kim, what
in
the
it.
fuck are you talking about? I'm paying attention.
I thought
yeah.
Shuddy said we're going to take a break from those so Jeff can
After
have a shot.
because I said Jeff should know this one.
Yeah, it's. I heard it as it was the last Rebecca Gayheart movie we were doing.
Yes, that is
okay.
correct.
All right.
That was the last one. Kevin,
Good one,
since
Kevin.
you got that point, would you like a movie from 1988, 2002, or 2010?
I've been watching a lot of 80s movies lately, so I'm going to go 88. I recently watched One Crazy Summer. You ever see that? John
I love
Cusack
that movie.
and Demi Moore.
Demi Moore, John Cusack, Bobcat Goldthwait.
MSPH alum Curtis Armstrong. Dude,
Booger.
it had been so long since I had seen Bobcat be Bobcat. You know, now he's just a dude. He ditched the crazy voice. But seeing that character again was so jarring. Like, how do you explain that to, like, future generations? Like, I could only imagine a kid not familiar with Bobcat seeing a man behaving that way. And, like, did they hire a mentally challenged man for this?
I think he has talked about it where his explanation is I was on a lot of drugs.
I mean, I fucking loved it.
I did too.
Loved
I still
Bobcat
do.
as a kid. I remember as an adult seeing him talk normal. I'm like, wait a second. It was like Gilbert Gottfried. I was like, he doesn't talk like that all the time? Why isn't he going, I don't know. It was very entertaining, but watching it with fresh eyes, it was like, oh, man. I could only imagine what a kid would think, not knowing the beauty of Bobcat Goldthwait, seeing a man behaving. He literally screams. Like, people are having a conversation in a scene, and he's in the corner. He's like, ah! And people are like, and then they just go back to talking.
I love that scene at the bougie party where he's in the Godzilla costume. And the cigar gets put out, and he's...
Yeah, the grandpa from Christmas Vacation chucks a stogie in his mouth. God, what a solid flick. Very, very weird fucking movie. They don't make them like that anymore. That's for sure.
And that's a movie that John Cusack hates that he was in.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't like his 80s comedies, but I liked... This might be a little controversial of a statement, but I always enjoyed John Cusack's 80s movies more than I enjoyed like the John Hughes 80s movies.
I agree. One Crazy Summer, Say Anything.
Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead. They're great movies,
Yeah.
but he hates all three of them.
Oh, well.
Why?
His loss, our gain. I mean, they are very silly. Like, Demi Moore gets a scene where she's on stage playing with a full band at an empty bar, and it's, like 80s synth pop, and it's clearly just a whole other woman singing for her, and it just goes on, and you're just like, what is the significance of this scene? Like, I could see if it was actually Demi Moore singing, and she wanted to just flex and be like, look how talented I am, but it wasn't even her. I didn't get it. Anyway, I'm sorry, Shuddy Boy. I didn't mean to derail your game. I'd like the movie from 88, please.
The movie from 88. Okay. So, an elderly lady's back is briefly seen bare from behind, but the lower half of her body is obscured in darkness. No nudity. That's in capital letters.
Oh, that guy was pissed.
I wanted some
to see
granny
that
ass.
backside.
Yeah. Is it Private Resort?
No. A woman, I'm taking out the character names because they will be dead giveaways. A woman angrily makes fun of a man for wearing a dress. He was in disguise. The man tells her, I still got what counts. She replies, not for long.
Oh, boy.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
The male character dresses up like a woman, and another man grabs one of his fake breasts and asks him, wanna breed?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
man.
Is this just one of the guys?
Nope.
Remember that movie?
But that was a woman pretending to be a man.
Tits. Oh, yeah.
Wonder if they had a transgender reveal party.
That joke doesn't happen until the Easter egg, Jeff.
Yeah, they'll laugh later. Even harder.
All right, what's another clue, Shuddy?
Dude, I am fucking just... I don't even have a guess. All the right moves.
The male character sneaks into a woman's tent under the effects of a love potion and begins telling a woman how much he loves her. She is in a nightgown. No nudity.
I mean, is this love potion number 9?
Nope.
What the fart? Is this
All right,
meatballs?
the last one. I'm going
Meatballs.
to include the female characters' names,
I'm ready.
not the male character.
Okay.
So later, when the male character sneaks into her tent to steal Alora, Sorsha pulls out a knife and says, take one more step and you will be a woman.
Oh, that rings a
Sorcerer.
bell.
Princess Bride.
Jeff, you are in the right ballpark, but not correct.
Willow.
Warmer.
Point for Kevin.
Oh,
I never seen that fucking
shit.
movie. Come on.
You haven't seen Willow?
No, I don't even... Is that what the little person?
Yes, and Val Kilmer.
Mad Mardigan.
Ice?
Yes.
Iceman?
Iceman. From one of the greatest movies of all time.
What's
Oh,
that, True Lies?
Got him. God, you sucker. You just left yourself open for that, didn't you, Shuddy?
I did. Kevin, would you like a movie from 1995?
I guess, yeah.
No, I'm giving you choices.
Oh.
2010 or let's go 1992. 92, 95, or 2010.
Let's go 2010 and give Jeff a chance here.
I thought
right.
you had a better
Then,
chance
nope.
than you.
And let's go with 95.
Oh. Okay.
The Mask.
Sorry, I should have. It's
You okay, Shuddy?
okay. I'm really, really stoned. Okay.
I'm taking
So,
it seriously,
Madden
guys.
Movie from 1995. There's sexual dialogue.
Damn right.
12
A
monkeys.
woman gets out of a swimming pool wearing a very revealing bikini.
This is 95.
Yes. A drunk man begins urinating in front of a woman. Nothing is shown.
Oh, really? They don't show a pissing dick?
The main character's bare butt is shown briefly.
Is this
Butt.
Jackie Brown?
The secondary character urinates on the power system at a circus, ultimately getting electrocuted and causing him to moan.
What? Is this
Ace
Ren
Ventura?
and Stimpy the movie?
Fucking
There's a scene where a woman goes night swimming nude. Nothing is graphically shown, but you see her diving into the pool naked and taking her clothes off.
Tommy Boy.
Jeff got it.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
The rest of that was
yeah.
David Spade's character watches attentively, and it is implied he's about to masterbate. You hear his
Watching-
zipper go down, but he is interrupted.
You watching Spectre Vision?
All right, Jeff.
For some
Nice.
reason, I
I'm
couldn't
the-
get Vacation out of my head. I kept thinking of fucking Christy Brinkley.
Yeah, that was where my brain first went to.
And I'm like, yeah, God damn it, stop thinking that, Kevin. That's not 95.
I was like, 95.
All right, Jeff.
Harley.
2004, 2010, or 2014?
I'll go 2010.
2010.
That's when I really cared about movies. Thought they were cool.
All right. 2010.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke some pot, take some PEDs.
After they kiss, the main character tells his wife he is going to do her old man style.
I like that line. I'm using that next time I have sex. I probably will be an old man
It's the
by
only
then.
style I have.
A grandmother has to convey two sexual messages between a husband and a wife. She wants to have a staring contest while we do it. He wants to have a 3-day sex marathon and then lick the sweat off of each other.
MacGruber?
American
Well,
Wedding.
While there are many sexual references
Good
in the
guess.
film, there are no sex scenes or instances of nudity, and for the fair amount of talk about sex, there are surprisingly no actual sex scenes.
Oh my goodness.
So it just gives you blue balls, sex blue balls.
One cop says that he hopes a bad guy likes the taste of prison food and penis.
Oh,
man.
21 Jump Street?
Yeah.
Nope.
22 Jump Street.
A man's wife tells him that her breasts are waiting for him.
The other guys.
Jeff got it again.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Fuck, that was going to be my first guess because that's the scene with Will Ferrell and Ava Mendes and the grandma. Fuck. God damn it.
I love that movie. That's a Clark classic too, I think.
Well
I got to
played,
talk to my
Jeff.
brothers about it. It's a 5-dicker for me.
All right, next point wins.
Shit.
Do I get to pick again, or is this
You
Kevin?
do get to pick again.
Yeah, my
All
ball.
right. 1993, 2002, or 2014?
Oh, man, 2014. Those movies sucked. I'll go 93.
Okay. This one
Gaping anus.
only has a few, so we might have to go into the violence section if none of you get it prior to that. So, the female and male character have a conversation about fucking Elvis.
Leaving Las Vegas.
A woman is seen in a television and one breast is visible naked very briefly. We frequently see the female character in a bra during various scenes, getting a tattoo, changing, etc. She shows deep cleavage in every scene she's in.
True Romance.
Kevin got it.
Wah!
What did he say? I didn't even hear him. What did he say? No, he didn't.
He said True Romance.
Suck on my dick!
Good one. Fuck.
Man, you almost had me, Jeff. I was sweating.
Fucking love that movie. Damn it.
Damn.
That was mine. I got to win there. I got to get that. I got to get that win. That's the closest I'm ever going to get. There's the right categories. Just didn't put it together. I lost. What a fucking disgrace I am to my family, to the show.
I don't know, Jeff. That was a good showing. Kevin jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and you forced the game 5.
Right. I did the best that I could.
Yeah,
And-
it was. I would say it was a valiant effort.
That's probably your best showing in IMDboner history.
I feel like I won Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take that. That
Well,
was my best.
Shuddy does have a better memory than both of us. So, did Jeff win
Shuddy,
once?
have I gotten closer before or won one?
I don't think so. I feel like you've had to win at least one.
We need to get Dylan on this.
Yeah, I just recently started taking notes, so
Yeah, like an hour ago, right?
yep.
Right. Okay.
Very recently. Very recently.
As recently as it gets, almost.
Told you guys I was taking this more seriously, and I meant it.
You're on fire. And
Thank you.
You did a great job hosting IMDboner.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a fun one, Shuddy. Well done. Bravo. Bravo. I think we got time for a couple quick emails before we say goodbye.
Real quick. Do you guys know that the McRib is back?
Yeah, I don't care.
But I'm not a
disgusting.
McRib guy, to be honest.
McRibs
I've
are
had
so
two
fucking
in the
good.
last week. I love them.
God,
God bless
you're a fucking filthy animal, Shuddy boy.
We don't.
McRib-
I would say we don't do them all the time, but to the new listeners, maybe I love voicemails and emails. So please,
There was a time that I did.
flood our inbox.
Before Hyper
You had a
Chris,
bad run of those.
Hyper Chris gave Shuddy PTSD with his nasty voicemails.
Yeah, Hyper Chris, if you're listening, Spat is on the lookout for you in Discord. If you ever get into our Discord, you're gonna get a stern talking to, but all of your fat shaming that you did.
Well, this sort of plays into that loosely. This is from Ross, who said, "Hey Kevin, sorry to hear you lost your job."
We're gonna be reading emails like this until it's fucking 2022.
I know. I will be back at work for 2 years, and then we will still be getting those.
I'm gonna love them every time.
I just want you to know that I appreciate the show and doubled my Patreon support. I know an extra $10 isn't much, but I wanted to make up for the years of freeloading. Ross from Central Indiana. I mean, it's not about, making I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. I'm not looking for you to pay my bills, Ross. It's okay. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you being a part of the Patreon. And I hope you enjoy all the new content you unlocked. And he also ended with a PS saying, "Would Jeff rather suck a dick or have taste buds on his asshole?" And believe it or not, I actually think we might have done that one before. So every time Jeff takes a dump, he has to taste poop. Does that sound familiar to you guys?
It does.
Yeah, I feel like I've already sucked that dick. I'm not blowing that guy twice.
So you're eating shit.
It's a lose-lose, right? I don't know.
I like the way you think, though, Ross. This one is from Matt. He said, "Hey, guys, this is Matt from St. Louis. Long time listener and really appreciate what you do. I'm also a Patreon subscriber in the $10 tier. I can't get enough Supermarket Queefs. The commentary is hilarious, and I think you guys could do this for several different shows or even movies when you run out of episodes. What other shows / movies would you guys be interested in commentating on? Keep up the good work." And I'm glad you asked, because I feel like we've been enjoying the fuck out of Supermarket Queefs. I never in a million years thought we could do a supermarket sweep watch-along podcast and have everybody be super into it, but hey, weird times, man. Weird times. For some reason, it fucking works. They're really fun to do, and apparently people are having fun listening to them, so it's a win-win. And yes, there is a finite amount of those we can do because there's not a ton of them available on Netflix and Prime, but we have talked for probably over a year now of starting a MasterChef watch-along podcast called Crafter Jeff Shuddy Edition, because I love MasterChef. I dated a girl who got me into it, and I was blown away by how much I loved it, and I've watched it religiously ever since. Jeff caught a couple of episodes from coming over here after we would record MSPH, and Jeff got sucked in. So we were close. We've had plans in the works to do that, and they were halfway through the new season when COVID hit, and it's been on pause ever since. So The second MasterChef starts again, Crafter Jeff Shuddy Edition will be born.
Yeah, people are going to need to. We can provide some sort of answers. We'll Google and stuff, but people are going to need to DVR it, tape it on their YouTube TV or Hulu, whatever the fuck they're using nowadays, so they can keep up. There's some people that I kind of find this not weird, but interesting. There are people that listen to the Supermarket Queefs. Twisted Texan was saying he doesn't even watch. He just listens to us riff. And I feel like there are actually a few people that probably just listen to the podcast or the audio and don't even watch the Supermarket Sweep. So
trust me, it's better. It's better with watching.
Posted.
It's better with watching it. And after next week's episode comes out, you will see why.
Yeah, all the race jokes that I make, they make sense if you watch it. So,
so I didn't mean to springboard into the Patreon infomercial. That's just what people have been writing in about. But if you want to get more MSPH content, you can go to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. On the $5 tier, we do a bonus mini podcast every week after we do this one. So that's up there, and you get an invite to our Discord channel where we are chatting around the clock. And the $10 tier has the stuff like Supermarket Queefs, What the Fuck Did I Just Watch with Shuddy and Dom, Jeff doing Snack Attack and Between Two Flushes, Kevin's Nerd Hole, tons of stuff. I'm actually thinking about, I looked into it, I was going to bring back Quarantining with Kevin, where I get those subscription cocktails and make them and try them, because those seem to be a big hit. But looking at those prices, yeah, I got to wait until I have a job again.
Why don't you just buy a cocktail book?
It's more fun when you get the specific ingredients sent from this company, Saloon Box. Because it's very weird shit. You get ingredients like, essence of rose hips. What the fuck is essence of rose hips? But you put it in these wacky-ass cocktails, and they're fucking delicious. But, yeah.
Those things are pretty cool. I mean, I've never gotten the Saloon Crate or Saloon Box. But, yeah. They're you feel good about them sometimes. Like, if it's a package well done, you'll feel good about it.
Yeah.
Hey, I did a snack attack today.
Fuck yeah. So hit it up, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. And if you want to be a part of voicemails, yay, I swear we're going to get to them soon. Just call 201-472-0139 and leave a message after the beep. Or you can just shoot your emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. You can also...
Why don't you play one voicemail? Just one.
Shuddy. We'll play him next week.
Okay, I tried, guys. I tried. Obviously, I'm the only one taking this seriously now.
It's the glasses, man.
I've never wanted to hit him.
To be more intense.
I've never wanted to hit a man in glasses more. You can follow us on Instagram as well. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddyboy.
At Jeff Rowe Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. Don't forget to check out Jeff's podcast, Fade the Media. Weekly. New episodes weekly. Check it out. Support the homie.
Damn right. Thanks.
Shuddy, you got anything else you need to plug?
No, sir.
Don't forget, if you're not checking us out on YouTube, full episodes are up on YouTube. YouTube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. We could use your subscriptions. Please, friends. Again, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who has joined the show, all the new listeners, all the people who have been there from the beginning. Thank you to all of you. Seriously, the outpouring of support, all the new subscribers we've gotten on Apple Podcasts, breaking the fucking top 200 again. Holy shit, are you kidding me? Fuck yeah.
I could not believe that when I read it. I used to think it was such a cool thing that we were up there, but looking back, it's because there were not very many podcasts.
Yeah, now there's billions of them. Some motherfuckers got like 5 podcasts each.
So it was very easy to get. It was a lot easier to get there than it is now. So the fact that you guys got us there again it really means a lot to all three of us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, friends. And we'll catch you next time. But until then,
something.